We are back a day after Christmas. Your boy's still in the Christmas spirit, so I'm still rocking a Santa hat. Merry Christmas. For those of you who don't know, I am Dave, 10-year intellectual property attorney, dealing with everything from patents to trademarks to trade secrets, as well as copyrights. And today, for all of you who have these creative minds, have put together some type of curriculum, you may want to pay attention to this one. LifeWise, which seems like is a kind of maybe a biblical company, something kind of a religious context. They have just settled a copyright lawsuit from the person who shared their curriculum online. Now, for those of you who don't know, copyright it's a lot of many different forms of copyright. You can have a book, you can have Beyonce just performed at the halftime show yesterday. The Baltimore Ravens game, that choreographed performance can be a copyright. The lyrics and the production of the actual music can be a copyright. You can have a 2D picture as well as a 3D artwork can be a copyright. So it's a number of things that kind of falls within this meets and bounds of copyright law, as long as it's an original work of authorship that's fixed in a tangible medium, and it kind of satisfies, like I said, whether it's a literary work, whether it's a choreographed work, whether it's a musical production, sound recording, 2D work, 3D work, some to just name a few. If it kind of fits within one of those categories, you can get copyright protection on it. And one of the benefits of copyright protection is it lasts for the life of the author plus 70 years. So it's a long runway for these copyrighted works that allow you to make money off of it. And when we're talking about passing down generational wealth, this is something that you can pass down to your kids. Now, this the story that I'm gonna bring you guys is an interesting one because it has somebody who has had nothing to do with LifeWise and kind of their kind of platform as far as kind of teaching, religious teachings to students. I think they have a school or academy where they're teaching education based off the religious context, based off the Bible, it seems like, to their students. And it seems like just one parent, he couldn't leave it alone. He kind of put himself in their business and started kind of disclosing their curriculum. And next thing you know, he got slapped with a copyright lawsuit. So this is an interesting one. We will read the article from Yahoo News. And I know personally people who have made curriculums to go teach in prisons. I know people who have made curriculums who have to go teach financial literacy courses. So when you're talking about putting together a curriculum based off your original ideas, based off your original work, you put this in an actual printed or some type of medium that's fixed and such that it's fixed in a tangible medium, you do have copyright protection on that, or you can get copyright protection on that curriculum that you put together. So again, like I said, I know a lot of people are putting together curriculums for one reason or another, whether it's financial courses, whether it's to go kind of teach prison, educate prisoners on kind of different topics, and that material is copyrightable. So you may want to pay attention to this because this stuff is extremely important. You see the shirt intellectual property, and again, as I'm putting up this article, please hit a like for the YouTube algorithm if you enjoy this type of content, as well as hit the subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. I would love for you guys to be a part of the IP community where we talk about a lot of different things or everything intellectual property. Hence the name of the channel. So LifeWise settles copyright lawsuit against former Ohio parent over sharing his curriculum. Hilliard-based LifeWise Inc., which holds offsite Bible classes for public school children during school hours, has reached a settlement after suing a former Ohio parent for sharing their curriculum. LifeWise sued Zachary Parrish, formerly of Defiance, Ohio, talking about a fitting name. It seems like this guy is, Zachary, he once lived in Ohio, but it seems like he moved to Indiana, which again is just a state over, so it's not that far, where he now lives for copyright infringement after he shared copies of their teaching materials. According to a copy of the settlement provided by Parrish, which this is actually pretty interesting because a lot of times, and if you kind of been on this channel for any length of time, typically when two companies are in settlement, in a lot of these cases, when somebody sue another for copyright infringement, for trademark infringement, for patent infringement, these cases typically don't make it to trial. They settle way before trial. And that settlement is actually a lot of times confidential. And the parties will sign an NDA or some type of confidentiality agreement so that they both will keep the terms of the settlement confidential. But what is this guy what is this guy doing? Let me bring it back up because this is interesting. And I'm not sure if he's in violation of the settlement agreement or if the settlement agreement just didn't have some type of confidentiality clause. But it seems like, according to a copy of the settlement provided by Parrish, so it seems like the defendant Zachary Paris actually has been passing out the settlement agreement. The organization is required to share an up-to-date curriculum with anyone who requests, and on their website, Paris signed the settlement on December 20th, so just a few days ago, 6 days ago, and the CEO of LifeWise signed it a couple days later on the 23rd, so right before Christmas Eve. It is now awaiting final approval from the court. LifeWise has already made the forum to request a temporary full curriculum review available on their website as of Monday afternoon. A spokesperson confirmed the form includes a caveat that access requests can be denied, although the settlement specifies that any adult can request it as long as they respect LifeWise terms and conditions. So again, let me kind of tell you guys just the lay of the land here. For whatever reason, and this is interesting because nothing in this article or nothing that I have kind of ran across is talking about how the curriculum has something that it shouldn't have in there. It's teaching the kids bad stuff. It's teaching the kids dangerous stuff. It's teaching the kids inaccurate stuff. It seems like Zachary Paris, the defendant, his whole thing was, hey, the parents should have access to the curriculum. And he went to so far as to do his daughter, which the article we'll talk about as we get off into it. His daughter was not involved with the actual LifeWise Academy and actually denied to be a member. However, he joined. Talking about somebody who just meddled in somebody else's business. It's like, do you have anything better to do? This guy joined to be a part of the LifeWise Academy just to get a hold to the curriculum, to disseminate it, or to give it to other parents, or just put it out there, which is crazy if you think about it. Again, just tell the parents, hey, parents of the current students, you guys probably want to let the student, or let you guys just at least know what your guys' students are being taught, or your kids are being taught, or request a curriculum from the actual LifeWise Academy. Instead, this guy says no. He joined just to get access to the curriculum because it seems like you couldn't get access to the curriculum if your student is not a member. So he put his kid into the LifeWise Academy just to get the curriculum and then to actually disseminate it or give it to the other parents. What's the problem with that? As we just talked about, these educational curriculums are protected by copyright law, not to mention typically you have some type of agreement between the person, LifeWise Academy, and the creator of the curriculum, which you are, LifeWise Academy, if they're just kind of giving out the curriculum willy-nilly, they're in violation of that agreement as well. So you got the copyright infringement that you're essentially on a hook for, but also you are in violation of the agreement that says, hey, you will not essentially be passing out this curriculum to people who don't need it. So now you're in violation of these two things, and LifeWise Academy is like, hold on, dude, we got to sue you because you opening ourselves up to being sued. So in turn, we're going to sue you, which, like I said, it's interesting that this guy, Zach, he clearly didn't have anything else better to do instead of kind of putting his daughter, or I'm not sure if it was a son or daughter, in the actual academy just so he can get access to curriculum to spread it around, which is crazy. So the settlement, let's quickly go over the settlement. The settlement requires Paris, or the defendant, I would say, to delete all copies of the curriculum he still has and ask others with the curriculum copies to delete them as well. LifeWise CEO said in a prepared release shared by the spokesperson that the organization dropped the lawsuit because Paris agreed to take down his copies of the curriculum posted online and will not distribute others in the future. So it seems like this defendant, Zachary Paris, was getting the curriculum, posting them on Zachary Paris' own website, as well as giving them to other people, which is crazy. We believe in transparency and have encouraged families and communities to learn more about LifeWise and the positive impact of Bible-based character education. So it seems like they're a part of what they're doing is they're giving Bible-based character education. Our concern has always been ensuring that the parameters of our licensing agreement with the publisher of the curriculum are followed. Again, they're not trying to open themselves up for liability by Zachary Paris kind of doing what he wants to do. And so they sued him for $150,000, claiming that he violated the copyright law after sharing the curriculum materials. And people think that is all about, and this is the interesting thing that I want to bring it back on myself. People think, we're spreading the religious, education or Bible-based education. You better believe if somebody put together some type of curriculum or some type of protectable material, whether it's some in a religious context or Bible-based or something that people think you have free access to, and there's money involved, they're going to come after you for copyright infringement. So let this be a lesson to people who think that, they should be giving away this information just because it's Bible-based or it's religious-based or some type of religious context to it. No, if you put your hearts or your blood, sweat, and tears into kind of developing a program, developing a curriculum, then you should be able to get paid for it, regardless of what it's talking about, whether it's finances, whether it's real estate, whether it's Bible-based education. If you put together based on your heart's blood, sweat, and tears, some type of copyright material or protectable material, in this case, about a Bible-based education curriculum, then you should be paid for that. And again, like I said, the crazy part about it is this guy at no point in this article or when he was being interviewed said that the curriculum was inaccurate or harmful to the students in any way. He just was doing the most and wanted the kids or wanted the parents to get access to it, which he could have told them, hey, just request access to learn, to know what your student is being or your kid is being taught by the school. While Pierce isn't completely satisfied with everything in the settlement, he appreciates that LifeWise teaching materials will be more widely available. So his whole thing is, hey, this stuff needs to be more widely available. This is the guy. Now, look, I don't like to judge, but this seems like a guy that, would do something like this. It's a big win. That's what the whole thing was about, Parrish said. So this is Parrish here, the defendant, Parrish here at the bottom. It was never about me infringing on the copyright. It was about the curriculum needs to be available. Well, you could have just told the people, told the other parents of the kids to go to the students and, go to LifeWise Academy to get access to the curriculum. It doesn't appear that they were trying to hide out the actual curriculum being available. Seems like they're just trying to comply with the terms of the service agreement. LifeWise opened up a limited curriculum access link in the summer. So it seems like they did open it up. It was just limited. It seemed like 48 hours. It was something else I wanted to get to. This is the bus, a pretty cool bus of LifeWise Academy. Those requesting the curriculum must be at least 18 years. So you got to be 18 years. And it seems like you only get it for a couple days, get access to it for a couple days. You can go through it in a couple days, I would imagine. Let's see here. They didn't tell me I couldn't, surprisingly. Even my attorneys were surprised that they didn't ban me from accessing it personally. So again, they're not trying to hide it from you. They're just trying to protect it. Which, man, it's weird that this guy, this is the one I wanted to get to. Why LifeWise sued Zach for copyright infringement. Parrish got involved with advocating against LifeWise after teachers asked his daughter, then in the second grade at Defiance Public Schools, to join the program. So, okay, nothing wrong. The student the teachers just asked the second grader to join a program. That seems pretty harmful. You can say yes, you can say no. He signed up as a volunteer with the organization to get the curriculum materials and then share them with other parents. Again, this guy is still not saying that the curriculum is bad. And LifeWise launched in 2019, so almost 5 years ago, has been expanding since. The organization projected this fall to have 50,000 public school students in 29 states. So the program, hey, if you got 50,000 of anything in your organization, on your platform, you're doing something right, particularly in 29 states. So it seems like they're doing something good. The organization is allowed to operate under religious release policies. 2 Central Ohio School District, Westernville and Worthington, rescinded their release policies, but the state legislature, as part of a bevy of year-end bills, passed a new law awaiting the governor's signature that would mandate districts have a policy allowing students to leave school grounds for religion. So again, at least from what I've seen here, it doesn't seem like the curriculum is bad or harmful or inaccurate based on the Bible-based teachings. Seems like this guy, Zachary Parrish, the defendant, who was sued by LifeWise, just kind of he was doing a whole lot, in my opinion. But again, this stuff is still protectable. He got slapped with a copyright lawsuit. Seems like, according to him, it wasn't about trying to make money off the lawsuit, or it wasn't about trying to commit copyright infringement. It was just about getting the information to the people, to the parents. You guys have to let me know in the comment section. Do you think this guy could have did this by another way, or did he have to do it by the means he did to get the effect that he needed to? Again, he got slapped with the lawsuit. Thankfully, he didn't have to pay any money. They were originally suing him for $150,000. They dropped the lawsuit. They settled. He just got to destroy the curriculum that he posted and that he gave to others. And it seems like all is well. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section. Again, please hit a like for the YouTube algorithm if you like this type of content, as well as subscribe to the channel to join the Everything Intellectual Property community. We would love you to have you part of the IP community, where we talk about different things and what you can maybe kind of do to avoid. I would say the 2 takeaways from this video is, number 1, if you put together a curriculum, whether it's education, whether it's financial, whether it's a religious-based, Bible-based education, it is protectable via a copyright. And number 2, if you're taking that curriculum and you're disseminating it, if you're giving it to others, if you're posting it without permission or without authorization from the copyright owner on your own platforms, that's copyright infringement. And as we see here, LifeWise, what they say, they're almost growing to 50,000 students. you're going to get hit with a copyright infringement because people want to protect their IP. They want to protect the asset so that they can make money off of it, that others is not getting it for free, because if others get it for free, then they don't have to come to them. And that kind of slows down their money. So even in this one, even though it was kind of a Bible-based situation, it was still money involved. And like I said, when there's money involved, it will be lawsuits thrown around. So hopefully you guys got something out of this video. I'll catch you guys on the next time, on the next one. Peace.